Now, our story comes from India. New Delhi has officially announced that the country's External Affairs Minister, Dr. S Jaishankar, will fly to Russia on a key diplomatic visit today.
Well, the 5-day visit is part of an ongoing high-level exchange between Russia and India. It will include engagements in Moscow and St Petersburg. The Indian minister will meet Russia's Deputy Prime Minister along with his counterpart Sergei Lavrov. Additionally, Jaishankar will also meet Russia's Minister of Industry and Trade. Now, discussions will include bilateral, multilateral and international issues. Economic cooperation, people-to-people engagement and cultural ties would also be in focus.
This marks the second time when the annual India-Russia Leaders Summit will not take place. It's the highest institutional dialogue mechanism between the two sides. Over 21 such summits have been held so far between India and Russia.
It was last held in the year 2021, the year both the countries elevated their bilateral cooperation with the beginning of the 2+2 dialogue. Now, the last time Jaishankar visited Russia was in November 2022. Ties between India and Russia have been growing closer and are marked by the spirit of special and privileged strategic partnership.
New Delhi and Moscow are both members of major international groupings, including BRICS, G20, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization as well.
All right, for the latest details and developments on the story, our principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibal joins us. Now, Siddhant, again, it's India and Russia. The ties have been historic. As far as this visit is concerned, what do we expect from it? There are talks on a varied number of issues as far as trade is concerned, communications, strategic issues as well. So talk to us about what to expect.
Well, the EM will be in Moscow and St Petersburg, and 26th, that is Tuesday, will be the main day of engagement. As you pointed out, he will be holding talks with the trade and the foreign minister. And the last time the Indian External Affairs Minister was in Russia was in November of 2022. During this visit, of course, both sides will be reaffirming relationship, and this is part of the high-level engagement between the two sides. Remember, earlier this year, we saw the Russian foreign minister, the defense minister, and also the NSA's counterpart visiting India because India was the chair of the SCO and the G20 meetings, and that shows the increased engagement between the two countries. There are several pillars to the relationship. People to people is one. Many Indians go to Russia for medical education. Defense is another. And energy has been increasingly another, where we have seen India increasingly importing Russian energy. But there are certain concerns, that is in terms of trade deficit, given that India has been increasing its energy import, and that is something that is expected to be raised by the Indian side.
Right. Now, Siddhant, of course, this visit comes in the backdrop of the Russia-Ukraine war that is continuing as well. You mentioned emphasis will be on trade, energy, defense and connectivity. So I just want to understand, what are some of the key areas of discussions that we can expect, as well as what sort of discussions can we expect on this ongoing war?
Well, when it comes to India's stance on the ongoing conflict, India has emphasized on dialogue and diplomacy, and we know the Prime Minister, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, said this to the Russian President during the sidelines meeting in Samarkand, that this is not an era of war. So that is something that India has a clear policy. So when it comes to its issues that will be discussed, there will be, of course, multilateral issues. India and Russia are members of the BRICS grouping, and Russia will be the chair of the BRICS next year. So this is something that is expected to come. But trade, energy, other things are naturally something that is part of ongoing conversation.
All right, Siddhant, thank you so much for joining in, and we will be in touch for further updates on this.